Let's get this show started!
You're not putting my ass on a stretcher because I got an ankle injury. I got one on the good leg, and I'm going to hop all the way to the back. Leave me the F alone.
Wow. So you
I
took that as a sign of weakness.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You think he needs to grow up?
Hey, listen, it's part of growing up. In life, you have failures, you have struggles. You're going to learn from them. He obviously hasn't lost a fight to this point, so he probably hasn't experienced those really hard things, and really at this point, embarrassment also, right? Because he was building himself up and he got his ass kicked by Chito Vera. He's probably a little bit embarrassed by that as well. Hey, that's part of it.
If you beat Stipe and they say, who do you want your first title defense to be against? We'll offer you John Jones or Derek Lewis. Who do you take?
I think I have an undone business with Derek Lewis. That fight never happened, in my opinion, and it's supposed to happen. And I think this time is going to be different, very different, believe me. Like, I don't give a about what's gonna happen there, but it's gonna be different, like for real. But thinking about it, the fight again, I think the fight against John Jones will make more sense because, like, I'm not sure I'm really in a position to talk about that fight against Derek Lewis because people don't want to hear about it. It seems like a nightmare again. So, like, no. But at some point it's gonna happen, and when it's gonna happen, it's gonna be different. Well, so I think for overall, I would take the John Jones one.
Okay.
Because it's a better matchup, it's a better fight, and then it's going to be more lucrative.
Вы спросили насчет Хамзата Чимаева. Я думаю, нас сравнивают с тем, что потому что мы практически с одного региона, он чеченец, а дагестанец. Он борется, я думаю, что из-за этого. Поэтому ему еще предстоит очень много играть в UFC. Я думаю, что я бы ему дал совет, чтобы он зала не выходил, потому что сейчас его будут сводить очень хорошими, крепкими соперниками. Я думаю, ему нельзя терять фокус. Вот это все, когда на вас смотрят столько камер, столько медиа вокруг, она может как-то человека отвлекать, когда человек может к этому быть и не готов. Надо быть очень осторожным с этим. Просто выходить, делать свое дело и аккуратно выходить.
That is massive news. I mean, John Jones has been the light heavyweight champion forever. That's why I asked Anthony Smith, and it was nice of him to see him so honest, you know, because it's easy for any fighter. They want to say, oh, no, bro, I want the hardest test possible. I want to prove myself. I want to be the champion. To a certain degree, yeah, that is true. Also, to a certain degree, I'll take the championship belt under any circumstances. Do you know what I mean? Get rid of the tough fights. Give me the easy fights. No, of course, you want to be the champion. You want to feel like the champion. You want to be the truly deserved champion. But when the guy that's been the champion for so long, that literally has been impossible to beat. Jones has been impossible to beat, and he's beaten everybody there is. And he's cleaned out the top 5 throughout history, going back however many goddamn years, right? So he's done his work at 205. I feel he's got nothing more to prove. You know, he's maturing now as a man. He's still in his prime as a fighter, you know, but he's probably got maybe another 5, maybe another 10 years, who bloody knows? But still, I feel like it's a fresh new chapter for John Jones. Jones is doing the right thing. He's done it. He's been there, got the T-shirt at light heavyweight. He's beating everybody there is. There's never been a run like it. In fact, Jones even on Twitter the other day was like, I'll give $100,000 to the next light heavyweight that wins 5 title defenses in a row and things like that, because he just knows
it's not happening.
I mean, it might happen, and if it does, he's going to lose $100,000.
Okay, I love it. Now look, as human beings, sadly, we do not get better with time. I understand that. But just to answer your question, Phil, Frankie, as a collegiate wrestler at Rutgers, wrestled in a weight class of 133 pounds. I only offer that for you because this isn't Frankie going down for the first time, not knowing what he's getting into. In many ways, this is Frankie going the weight class that he should have been all along. Well, and Jimmy, we always talk about reach advantage. We talk about height advantage. The number one thing is the speed advantage. One thing when you go down in weight class, those guys get faster. I mean, that's just common sense, right? You take some weight off, the guy moves around a little bit faster. I do worry about that at a 40-year-old, roughly 40-year-old Frankie Edgar. I do worry about that. I acknowledge he has no room for error. I just want to suggest for you, this is the weight class that most would have thought he would have been in initially. He was a world champion at a higher weight class. I have a very open mind on Frankie Edgar at 135. I won't come Monday. We're going to know everything. Everything's going to be so obvious by Monday. But right now, I have a very open mind.
You know, if I'm basing on how training camp went, I feel like my conditioning is even better down a weight class. I got rid of some excess weight. And, yeah, I mean, I think I'll be a little bit stronger this weight compared to the guys at 45 and 55 especially. And, yeah, you know, I think with the less weight on, I should be a little bit quicker as well. Yeah, you know, I have been going down in weight classes where, you know, typically fighters go up in weight classes as they go on in their career, but I think it just goes to show that I was, you know, competing against guys that really weren't even my size, especially at 55, you know, 45, you know, guys are a lot bigger, cut a lot more weight than I do, and honestly, I'm probably not going to be the biggest guy at 35, so I think it's just a testament to my skills and what I bring to the cage. Yeah, my motivation is you know, I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody but myself. You know, and I believe in myself. I believe in how I prepare. I did everything in my power to win this fight. I was strict with the diet, strict with the training. You know, my home life was great. Everything worked out, and even with this pandemic going on, everybody has to make sacrifices, and you know, I made the right ones, and I know I'm going to get the job done.